Tomb Raider 3 is a personal favourite for me, and today I thought we should take a deep dive into Tomb Raider 3 and pick out elements and features that the next Tomb Raider should take inspiration from. Hey guys, Single Player Universe here. Please like, subscribe, and let's dive into the video. Tomb Raider 3 is one of, if not the most infamous Tomb Raider game, and is certainly infamously known for its dark and rather difficult levels and iconic locations. It has a suspenseful, dark and creepy theme that runs throughout the game, with some creepy music and sounds that play during some of those levels. Some of the music can also warn you and sometimes startle you. Tomb Raider 3 also has one of the largest weapon arsenals in the Tomb Raider franchise, with some of the most powerful weapons such as the rocket launcher, the MP5 and the Desert Eagle. Varieties of enemies appear from giant Shiva statues that animate to mutants that have fallen victim to the meteorite's power. Tomb Raider 3 also has a boss that appears at the end of each section, well except Nevada. Tomb Raider 3 also has a fair share of difficult traps, with the quicksand and the ceiling spikes being the deadliest, and sometimes with levels such as the first level, jungle may seem easy, but one misplaced jump may send you sinking into quicksand or into a flowing river full of piranhas. In my opinion, 3 and the previous game, Tomb Raider 2, are the most expansive Tomb Raider games that have been released, with both games traversing the globe more often than any other Tomb Raider game. However, I feel that Tomb Raider 3 does the job better due to giving a free choice of where to go after the Indian section. It also means choosing tactically, as choosing a specific place will also decide if you're able to get all the weapons ahead of the final section in Antarctica. For example, if you choose to go with London after India and start with Nevada before Antarctica, you will end up only with half the weapons that exist in the entire game. Whereas if you start from Nevada, then end with either London or South Pacific, you will start Antarctica with almost all weapons in large inventory. India is really a great starting section. Jungle is great with the music and helping you to get to grips with 3's level design and style. Temple Ruins, my favourite of this section, does everything right with the suspense and traps and level design. Near the Ganges I have mixed feelings, as although the idea of traversing the level on a quad bike is great, the idea of having contrasting paths can confuse us players and can get us in this dilemma of which one is quicker or which one is easier. And the Caves of Kalia is just one that I'm meant to dislike the most in this section due to the mazes involved. However, it makes up for that because the boss fight with Tony is really fun and somewhat enjoyable. My favourite order of the levels is to start with the Nevada section, my favourite section, mostly due to the concept of raiding America's most infamous and secret military base, Area 51, and the level named exactly that is my favourite of that section. Although I'm a bit disappointed that Nevada does not have a boss fight at the end of Area 51. I would have loved to seen and fought the mastermind behind the scenes of capturing that UFO that you find. Then South Pacific, which I have mixed feelings about, mostly due to the difficulty in Crash Site and Madible Gorge and the seemingly easy levels in Coastal Village and Temple of Puna. However, with London, due to it being the most difficult and frustrating, with the levels being so dark, using up a lot of the flares and the traps such as the Yellow Cleaning Robot in Thames Wharf, underground trains in Aldwych, and a ridiculously difficult to control underwater vehicle in Ludsgate, all of that once made me feel like I wanted to quit 3. And as for City, I was was really disappointed that we could not use any of the weapons against Sophia Lee. If I was to change anything, it would be Lara's pistols, or some of the weaker ones would not work against Sophia, but the most powerful ones I probably would have allowed at least. But London is, or maybe, the core reason why most people disliked Tomb Raider 3. As for the Antarctica section, it is just too difficult with cold water in the first 2 levels, and difficult puzzles in the Lost City of Tinos, and a difficult final boss in the Meteorite Cavern. And just for one more thing before moving on, I wish all Halos had enemies and was a real level. I feel like it would have made the move from Thames Wharf much more seamless. Tomb Raider 3 should be the blueprint for the next Tomb Raider game, despite all the difficulty and challenges. It is the perfect example of what a real Tomb Raider should be, especially if the next game is going to be the most expansive Tomb Raider game with mind-bending puzzles, because Tomb Raider 3, particularly in the South Pacific and London sections, has a lot of mind-bending puzzles which include flipping different switches and finding different keys and trying to avoid different traps and obstacles. And the next game definitely should take note of the structure of the globetrotting, and they should implement choices of where to go and go to places that are more unfamiliar to us, rather than going to familiar locations and staying in them for long periods of time. And while I'm not asking for the next Tomb Raider game to be a full carbon copy of Tomb Raider 3, although it would be cool, some things such as the dark creepy tones should be changed into something where there are some dark sections but not too much of them. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give it a like, and I have plenty of content coming out, so hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Take care.